Jessica Cartalia. Maryland's new governor-elect Larry Hogan is about to hold his first news conference since his big win over Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown. WJZ is live at the Westin Hotel in Annapolis. Lynn Bowie has more on what we can expect to hear from Hogan this morning. Hi, Lynn.
Jess, hi. Yes, Larry Hogan did what many people thought he would not do. He defeated Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown, and he will become the 62nd governor of the state of Maryland. Let's go inside now where he is starting his very first news conference as governor-elect. Take a listen.
Putting aside party politics and partisanship and voting to take Maryland in a new direction. I got to tell you, we didn't get much sleep last night, but we're happy to be down here with you this morning. Today, the real work begins. I got to tell you, it wasn't easy running that campaign and winning here in Maryland, but that was nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead. We've got a lot of work to do. Our state economy is in real trouble. We've focused on that for years, and now we've got to roll up our sleeves and get to work on trying to turn our state around. And we're going to do that, as we've said, forever in a bipartisan fashion. Doesn't matter to me if somebody's a Republican or not. I'm going to be the governor for all Marylanders. We're going to put together a bipartisan administration. We're going to work as closely as we can with people on both sides of the aisle, as we've committed to do throughout this entire campaign. I was pleased to receive a very gracious phone call this morning from Governor O'Malley, who pledged his full cooperation in the transfer of power and in the transition. He invited my wife and my daughters over to the house to meet with his family and take a tour of the mansion to help us get comfortable with our new surroundings. And we talked a little bit about some transition issues. I also had great conversations. I reached out and called the President of the Senate, Mike Miller, and the Speaker of the House, Mike Bush, both of whom congratulated me and I think sincerely offered to work as closely as they could with us in a bipartisan fashion to turn the state of Maryland around. This morning, we really are turning a chapter. The campaign is now over, and the governing begins. Our first step is to start a transition team, which is going to be an enormous task. And I needed to find the most capable people I could in the state of Maryland to head up that effort, and they're both here with me this morning. I want to introduce you to the co-chairs of the Hogan-Rutherford transition team. I'm going to appoint Secretary Jim Brady, who is the only man who has actually chaired the transition team for two previous Maryland governors, both a Democrat and a Republican. He chaired the transition team for the Glendening administration and for the Ehrlich administration. And as co-chair with him, as this is such an important effort, I'm going to appoint Lieutenant Governor Boyd Rutherford. And the two of them will be managing the entire transfer of power. We're going to be reaching out to try to find the most capable and most qualified people we can in state government, to put into state government. And we're going to do that in a bipartisan fashion. This is really about the people of Maryland. As I said last night, it doesn't matter to me whether you're Republican or Democrat, whether you voted for us or not. We're all going to work together, roll up our sleeves, and work in a bipartisan fashion, reaching across the aisle and trying to come up with bipartisan common sense solutions. This victory was not a partisan one. Nearly half of our votes came from Democrats and independents. And I'm honored to have received the strong support that we got last night. And it is indeed an honor and a privilege to be able to serve as the 62nd governor of Maryland. Thank you all very much this morning.